Oh, come on. Hey, Lena. Hi, Whitney. Oh, shit. Hold on. That should fix the mic problem. Sorry. Sorry, I had my earbud in. Oh, it probably wasn't that bad because it was in and next to my mouth, as opposed to the other time I tried to do it and it was in another room. Okay, here we go. I try to shower and put on makeup for you guys, and I just misunderstand how long it's going to take me to do things. Okay, hold on. Okay. Hi, how are we? How is everyone? Are we in good moods? You can hear me, yeah? Oops, shoot. Okay, there. What did I fail? Art form? I think I did a good job. Okay, here we go. Hi. Okay, we're doing this. Let me put you up. Oh, hi, Leashy. Hi, Fifes. Whomever you may be. I know your stuff, but like, what if you're not? And let's see if I can hook you in so good. Oh, let's just go ahead and hide. Mood disassociative. I hate that, sweetheart. All right, I'm ready. Whew, we did it. We did it. Sean, you're busy at work? Yeah, that's what we're doing here today. Hey, Kelly, I'm so glad you're here. Yay. Okay, here we go. Done. Let's just take a moment and chill out. Okay. Julie's going to lunch. I love that. Mod people up. Oh, you know what? That's what it was. I killed it and now I didn't see that you guys were writing. Amanda's in Canada. That's a bummer for you. Bye, Sean. Love you. You saw Trump in Swannanoa? Swannanoa. Where's Swannanoa? I would never hide. And hide. There we go. You're the best at eating chef salad. That's hilarious. Melanie. Okay, so I need more mods. Just so you guys know. Canada's the 51st state. I did just start, Kristen. You made it, sweetheart. Like bright and early, and I'm really proud of you. Okay, so here's what I think it is, you guys. We had been doing so good with open chat because it wasn't vertical, so people weren't just like dropping in on accident. And so I think that's what's happening here. Melanie, look at yourself, okay? Give yourself a look. I don't creative Cartolina. I don't have an ugly Mac shirt. That would be too funny though. Why are we jealous of Jamie Chaotic? Have you seen her? No, I'm just kidding. Her house is messy. Have you guys seen her messy house? She needs to declutter. Have you tried decluttering, Jamie? Oh, for fuck's sake, you guys. Okay. Come with me. Of course, my stupid computer is in a different room, but I wanted to be able to bring you with me if I wandered around. Okay, since we're wandering, we can do a little bit of a house check-in, accountability check. Who had chocolate cake for breakfast? Oh, Jamie. God, that was loud. Discord called him down. Dashboard, content, live. Feral Tradwife is live. Customization, subscribers, save. Should make things a tiny bit easier. Okay. What bubble? Kitchen. Okay, so we feed the cats up here, and they think they just get a mouthful of food and then just throw it out. And so we need a solution of where to feed them that Leroy can't get to, because this is not my favorite. I don't love it. Speaking of not my favorite, look at this. No one likes this. I'll turn it like this. No one likes this because he's got an itchy neck. Oh no. Yeah, it itches. Okay, and then here are things that I did today. Made some bacon, did not clean that up. I did dishes. These are clean. They're clean. I did tidy my counter, except for this is from last night. Didn't do anything with that. Laundry room. Oh yeah. I have to switch laundry over. That was something we were going to do together. He's still not happy. So we try to give him a little bit of freedom without his cone. And I think he licked a little bit much because it went backwards, but it looks terrible. And we were play fighting, and he gets the zoomies when we play fight. And so he jumped and zoomed off, and I hit him as he was turning, and he yelped and like came charging back to like get comfort and snuggles. Like, you hit me, like, and I didn't mean to tap him. So I know he's very tender. I feel so bad for him. Okay. This is Mirrorverse Beth. Oh, I clean. I know I do clean as I go right now. Just right now. Okay, here we go. No, that's dirty clothes in the dryer. No. We're doing it wrong. No. Okay. Lise, welcome to Inspired, babe. Thank you so much. Okay, I definitely put my dirty clothes in the dryer because I got confused. All right. These I just washed today because I am like doing things. I don't understand it. I think I'm possessed, maybe. Like, did somebody really tidy die and then inhabit my body? Oh, Dia, I'm so sorry your puppy's getting ready to go. Okay, what happened to Kristen Maud Langford? Yeah, where the hell is she? I'll text her. Remind me to... I'm just gonna ignore you guys real quick. You're right, I haven't seen her in a while. Did it go black? Oh, Crystal is there. Then ignore my text message, sweetheart. I hadn't seen you in a little bit. And I was like, I don't know, maybe she did die. You never know. Are you guys like that? If like somebody doesn't text me right away, I'm like, oh, they're dead. They're dead. There's no way they're not dead. Who was I watching that was talking about their dryer sheets? I think it was Sarah from Fitting and Homemaking, and she was talking about removing the lint. Who doesn't do that? That's how your house catches on fire. Find something like that. You have very... Okay, hold on. Get this in. Okay. Okay, and then a scoop of this, which you guys are laying on, so thank you. And this. in case you want to see it. So I got this from Grove, which is like a shipping thing, but it's on its last little bits. So I did order a replacement. Okay, so I completed a task. And your anti-dryer sheets, I can't do the wool balls though. This honestly, these are both dry, but I don't feel like dealing with them right now. But this is just one comforter and a pillow, and then another blanket basically. And my room's a catastrophe. Can't win them all. Sorry, before I sit down, I want to do one more thing. And let's get some Kleenex to blow my nose. They make plastic dryer balls. My dryer sheets, I think, are unscented, or they should be, because I hate strong scents. Dryer sheets as you go. Gina. You're allergic to all scented laundry stuff. That totally makes sense. I don't blow my nose. I never have and I never will. Hi. So what are we doing today? It is better. It's not perfect, Melanie. Thank you so much. We do still have some snow. Well, ice. We still have white patches in my yard. The kids are very thrilled that it's still there. Sarah, were you the one who was talking about cleaning out your lint when you were doing your whole day chores work from home video? Do my cats have chips? Yes, they are all chipped. Maybe. I have to double check that Blackberry's chipped. Yeah, I'm scared of them too. Oh, the special food bowls. Is it based off of their like chips? Yeah, I remember going to my dad's house a long time ago. I think like even before I was married, but I was definitely out of the house and I was doing laundry when I was visiting him. And I don't think they had ever taken the lint out of their dryer. And I was just like, this is dangerous. Don't do this. It had to have been at least 70 laundry loads. I don't know how it fit. That's fun, Tara. Tara, aren't you under the weather? Am I remembering that wrong? Ari, I'm mad at you. I don't care if you're going to go to Chinese New Year. You ruined my life telling me my potatoes are going to poison us all to death. Hi, Rebecca. You're not late, honey. It's my room. It's my room. Come with me. You just don't get ring lights. You have to look at my face in regular lighting. Although Mac ruins everybody's illusion that I am pretty. So that's good. I don't have to live up to any of those standards anymore. All right, let's go over here. All right. This is where I edited my video. Did you guys see it? It's a little bit of snow. Okay, here we go. Is this better? It's less comfortable for me, so. But maybe I'll sneeze less. I can't get close to you guys. What? Mister, I am not doing anything with you. Come here. Come here. Come here. There's a foot where you are, Melanie. That's amazing. Ari, what'd you say no about? Oh, sorry. Is Chinese New Year today? No, it's in February, isn't it, honey? What is it going to be year of? Also, are you going to eat crab? You eat crab, right? January 29th? Okay, so it's really close. Year of the tiger? I'm just guessing. I have no idea. I know, mister. Hi, Jess. The snake? That's exciting. Hi, Mona. I know. The year of the Leroy. I love that it's the year of the snake. That's fun. I think I was born in the year of the rat. Porks, be careful. Why? Yeah, I think I'm a rat too, Linda. 82? Rat, probably. Mona, I love that it's snowing. Cindy's a horse. Ari, are you Chinese? The date changes every year. Yep, based on lunar calendar. But it was the year of the dragon and will be the year of the 6th. What? Your house went on the market today, Lori, and an offer is coming in. Dang, I will pray for you. That's so exciting. Lena, born in 1980, so she's a monkey. Linda is 1960. Tracy is 1970. Lisa's a tiger. I was always like a little embarrassed that I was the year of the rat. Like it was somehow reflective on me. Like it was embarrassing as a teen to be like, oh, I'm year of the rat. Which is very silly, I think. Like I wanted to be year of the tiger. I really did. That way I would have been like cool and vicious and brave. And now I'm just like a rat. Sarah's a pig. Being a snake would also be fun. Actually, I think any option, hold on, I'm trying to, there we go. That's a little bit better. A little bit more precarious. You guys are okay being a little lopsided? Here we go. It's gonna be 40. That's really warm. You could definitely go do things today. Your oldest daughter's a rabbit and your son is a dragon. I have no idea what my kids are. Like, I didn't even pay attention to that. I can't, did Ari come in and say if she was Chinese? Because I want to know her Chinese name. Rats are very smart. And they're kind of really cute. Like, they're not all sewer rats, which is what I think of. But, like, little rats are very cute. And they have best friends. Hi, Ruby. How are you, sweetie? Ruby Tuesday. It's going to be 60 this year. You're going to be 60. Oh, I thought we were talking about the weather. Sorry, Michelle. And you're not looking forward to it. Why? 60 is awesome. I think 60 would be fun. It's like really close to retirement and, you know, grandbabies and stuff like that. Or Mark had a rat growing up. I don't remember him telling me that. Your husband is from Hong Kong. Okay. So you'd be celebrating with his family? I love that. Do you guys speak Chinese? Or does he speak English because it was like during the British occupation? Leroy, I'm not playing with you. Shut it. You'd rather be 20 again than the 20s were the best time of your life, Michelle? You'll be 62 this fall and you don't even look it? That's so cute, Mona. I love your confidence. Lise has advice on how to be cool. What the hell? Scroll up. Iwaki Taki. Can you stop using that name because I want to steal it from you? Yeah, I didn't see it. Jamie's allergic to rats. Whoa, that's weird. Jamie, come to my house and see if you can sneeze. Tell me if I have rats. I don't think we have rats. I don't know why we wouldn't have rats in Georgia, but I don't feel like we have rats right here. Maybe the cockroaches eat the rats. Because they're huge. He speaks Cantonese and English, but his parents basically don't speak English, even though they lived in New York City for decades. That's the hard part about Hong Kong and like Guangdong, is that they're very Cantonese based, like they're heavy on the Cantonese. And so you can't, Mandarin and Cantonese don't play nice, so you can't like speak to them. And so a lot of the people in Chinatown in San Francisco, we found were a lot of heavy on the Cantonese, because we'd go on field trips to go speak in Chinese to people in Chinatown, and like everybody spoke Cantonese, and we were like, oh, well, have a good day. Bye. With cats, you probably don't have rats. I don't know. I bet you they wouldn't catch anything. They're lazies. Thank you, Alicia. We do have a lot of snakes, constant snakes, and scary ones here. We have like 3 different venomous types, and we had one in our patio, and all the cats and dogs were wildly thrilled. They wanted to play with it. It was just a garden snake, but I was like, nope, nope, nope. No, I wasn't born in Hawaii, Ruby. I lived in Hawaii for 3-ish years. And I wasn't there the whole time. So I kind of lived in Hawaii for about 2 years, but that is where I met my husband. You're the rabbit, which is cute, Christine. See, I wish rat just wasn't cute back then. You know what, rats in Canada because you're awesome? Sure, that's not what it is though. Canada's Canada. I love Canada. I'm gonna go there. I'm going there, you guys. I've decided. I'm gonna go to Canada soon. And I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna document it. And my whole time in Canada is just gonna be me like, gross. I don't like Canada. And that's what I wanna do. Hey boy, are you gonna take the dogs out for potties? Yeah. Thank you. Are you finished with Meacademy? No. Okay. So, you're close? I love that. And then you can do some typing. Learn how to type. He types so fast, but he hunts and pecks. And I was like, you have to learn how to type. And he's like, why? I was like, I don't know. It's a skill. You have to learn it. So he has to do it. Hi, Becky. How are you? You go to Hawaii twice a year, Dia? Where do you go? What part of Hawaii do you go to? You got married in Hawaii, Ruby? That's adorable. And you're going to go back. Your 10-year anniversary, but it didn't last that long. It went really high and then went really low. So, Massasauga Rattler? What is that? I've never heard of that's terrible. So, right, and he's doing really good at like coding and programming. And so Roblox, if you have kids my age, it's the bane of your existence. But a lot of the games, so Roblox is like a platform of other games that people create and you play, and it's kind of like Lego characters and they break apart, right? But you can create your own games. And he based this game off of our old home. So he programs our old house, how the layout was. And the game was you're sleeping at night and you have to go to the bathroom, but there's monsters under the bed. So you have to not touch the floor. And if you make noise, mom wakes up and screams at you and you get yeeted back into your bed. And so you just are trying to go to the bathroom. And he did all of that programming, and he learned how to put scripts in. And it took him like several full-time days to just had his iPad up with watching YouTubers how to do it. And then he was doing it and it was amazing. And then he messed up one tiny piece of script and the whole game won't work. And he does not know where he went wrong. And so he had to take a break and go back to do it. But he's so amazing with those skill sets. And I'm so impressed. And he's like, Mom, how do I do this? I was like, I would never know how to do, that's insane. Your skill set's light years ahead of where my skill set is, dude. Could you find somebody else on YouTube to teach you? And so now he's like, why do I have to learn how to type? I was like, because dude, you're clearly good at computer things.
I'm going to take a break.
You're gonna take a break? I love that for you. Bye.
It's like 30 minutes.
A 30-minute break? Cool. Okay, bye. He's gonna take a 30-minute break. How's my energy after my big clean? I was a little bit sore. And it was nice and I was relaxing, but I also kind of puttered around and tidied as I goed. Want to say something devastating? Okay, giant lammy, right? It's been mere moments. I could sew it. I just don't know where any of my needles are. I know, I didn't mean anything by it. Okay, here you go, ready? But he already ripped it open. And so there are tiny poofs of lamb guts. So, that coding game, you'd be looking for a piss pot. That's funny. Yeah, so I was wildly impressed, and it's crazy what they can teach themselves to do. So yeah, it was so fast. He barely had it. I know, mister. He barely had it. Your kids love Roblox. If he gets the game up and working, I'm going to try to encourage him to do it again. And I'm glad he did our old house, because I was like, bro, don't get people like the exact layout out of our home like I do. So I guess you guys could easily come murder me. Junk drawer for sewing stuff. No, my kids. That's very rude, Leroy. I didn't do that. Leroy did that to you guys. You act like you love him, and look at the abuse you suffer. The girls steal all of the sewing, and they're doing their own sewing things. Sonia's plotting out. We have to find somebody to teach us how to do a sewing machine, because she's plotting out like a full cosplay costume of like a raccoon that she wants to sew. And I was like, I don't know how to use a sewing machine, baby. So I have to find her someone. If you're repairing the lambs, try dental floss. It's very sturdy. Oh, that's a really good idea. Embroidery floss is a close second. I love that idea. Hi, Doobeans. Kesha came charging in like, I didn't know we were out here. Can you stop hitting them? He's so mean to you guys. I'm so sorry. He spent $40 on a special industrial one. It was ripped apart in a week, right? Like, it's so dumb. Leroy, I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this. Oh, he went to go mess with. See, I want to show you guys how relentless he is. Never mind, he doesn't want to be relentless. Oh, stop hitting me. Why be mean to Leroy? Because he deserves it. He deserves it. He's got some fussy testicles. So, and we have to be mean to those with fussy testicles. You learn to sew off of YouTube. I think that's where we're going to land, actually. It's not smart with dental floss if he actually accidentally eats it. Ugh. Stop. No. Now he's deliberately sticking his head in and pulling the stuff out. He's such a stinker. So I do need to figure out. Thanks, Cass. How are you, sweetheart? Oh, look at this. Look at this. All right. What do you guys want to talk about today? What do we want to do? What are we doing? What do you want to say? I'm glad I showered for you guys. YouTube has great beginners videos for sewing. Right, I just need to know, like, I'm worried about setting up the sewing machine and like learning how to thread it and the needles. I'm so much more hands-on. I need that. Leroy just wants to dress as a lamb. Okay, so PetSmart or Petco, whatever place it is, they had a cute little lamb sweater for Valentine's. And I bought it to put on Kesha, but I bought extra small, and she is not extra small any longer. And by the time I tried to exchange it, all of the other ones were sold except for extra large. And it would have been so cute. Tabitha, hi, sweetie. Your husband wants to know if he's learning any new skills from watching me. Oh, Alicia. No, we don't learn stuff from Beth. It's to feel better about the skills you have. You should be like, oh, at least I have something else. Lori, could you move near me? Lori, just come over. Like, what's wrong with you that you're so far away, jerk? Stop that. Ta-da. Crystal said I took dressmaking and pattern making in college. Wish you lived closer. Crystal, you're really far away from me, aren't you? Like, aren't you in Arizona? I feel like you're in Arizona. Am I making that up? Tabitha, is she okay? What happened? Do I know? Do you want to tell my live stream what happened to your mom so she's in a hospital? California. Dang it, Crystal. Okay, so now I'm like thinking about taking my kids all the way down the coast. And I wanted to go over the Golden Gate Bridge and I wanted to go to Monterey Bay, but now I'm like a little bit anxious. First of all, the gas prices. And second, like I'm a little nervous of having my RV broken into, specifically like as I go through San Francisco, just because the smashing out of windows is so prevalent. I'm a little bit nervous about it though. Maud, I love that. I feel like you subscribed and waited the 5 minutes to ask me that. Mary has a 15-year-old sewing machine, literally still in the box. So ours is in the box. I traded pork for a sewing machine with my neighbor because bartering is important. So RV cleaning video coming, right? It's out in my, Leroy, it's out in my driveway right now. I have to call the repair guy today. That's what I'm gonna do when we get off the phone. Call the repair guy, get it in for repairs, and get the whole like checkup of it. I want the brakes checked. I want the oil changed in the generator, but also in the RV. But I'm gonna have to go get it changed during my trip anyways, because it's gonna be well over 8,000 miles. But that's fine. You do those at like Walmart's. Do I have a sewing machine? I do, Lethia. Look up tutorials for threading it and setting up the bobbin, etc., and then do it like 10 times in a row, write it down, video yourself doing it. Oh my God, it's too much work. Oh, and the fires, when I get there, it's gonna be several months from now. So I imagine most of the fires will be out because it'll be out. And then it usually should be a little bit rainy. And then fire season comes after I'll be out. Don't tell Lydia she has good ideas. That's a terrible idea. It involves so much work. I should though. Second showing just finished. Another offer? Why is your house so nice, Lori? Okay, so another offer, and then now we can have a bidding war. Bidding war, bidding war. I'm so excited for you, sweetie. It's so stressful. Selling a house and moving, it's terrible and I hate it. You're born in San Francisco? Yeah, come on in, babe. Tracy's son just sold his home. Melanie would go to smoke and the dog would attack you. Lethia, it is repetition. Okay, and a 10-second process. You just have to figure it out and remember it. Okay. I need to do that. Dana, oh my God, my love. I'm thinking of the wrong Dana. Dana, your house didn't burn down. It was the other Dana, right? I think I just panicked and thought you were a different one. But one of our Danas, you guys, Paulette, welcome, lost her house to one of the fires in California. How does that work with canine dogs and legal devil's lettuce? I need to know that too. Somebody tell me. My son's being really cute. He's so handsome. So come up the Oregon coast. I will either go up the Oregon coast or down the Oregon coast. It depends which way I go first. I think fires are so devastating, babe. Remember my Mountain View, whose name is something else. What's your name, my Mountain View? My Mountain View's name is not Marilyn. That is a different house. It's not Marilyn. Is it Marilyn? No, it's not Marilyn. That's weird. Christy, remember it had to be like 4 years ago when all of those fires came through and they like got really close to us. And where's the one creek that everybody swims in? Where was that creek? It like burned out right there and I was really sad. Alicia's trauma dumping in the chat. It's good to know because they need good homes. Yeah, the smoke was so bad. And there were no filters anywhere that you could buy. You survived a house fire 4 years ago. Oh, my love. I'm so sorry about that. Your mom's family lost a home to fire when she was a kid. And it was really traumatic. Mine too, Melanie. I remember my mom talked about it a lot when I was growing up. The median income of people in Los Angeles is $40,000. Oh, my God, that's so true. But the devastating thing about that, ACC, is like, sure, the median home is $40,000. So the median income, I'm sorry, is $40,000. And so it's like, okay, they're not going to be able to rebuild like the celebrities, but the celebrity homes going out and all of those giant historical buildings is going to bankrupt the freaking insurance companies. It's going to be billions of dollars. So those people on the bottom are like twice screwed, just twice screwed. I don't know. I'm not an insurance agent, but I assume that's how that works. I was saying she doesn't want any more dogs. Tens of thousands of dogs and cats are euthanized in the US every day. Right? It's so sad. And the feral ones are really sad too. We have a huge feral cat situation in my area. Like, it's very significant. There are a lot. And I think they're trying to do trap, neuter, release, but bye, Linda. Have a good one, honey. Becky's here to learn English. I love that. Your daughter lived in Thousand Oaks. That's so hard, love. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Like, the fires are so bad every single year. I'm trying to remember that stupid creek that I was thinking of. You have a kitty from Georgia, Ariel? That's really cute. Cat warming homes are fairly inexpensive. Right, we need like cat cooling homes. We need like air conditioned ones. It's almost never cold. Jamie, whereabouts? Oh, wait, you're in like, don't shut up. Shh. Huntington Beach? Thank you, Delano, for the thumbs up. What is that? That was weird. It looked like a zombie thumbs up. Did anybody else see that? Yeah, it's still sad driving through the coast and seeing the fire that burned through Otis area. My sister was in Ashland, and it was like, she was just like, okay, are we leaving? Are we staying? When it just tore through Ashland that one time. That was crazy. I saw it. It was weird. And then you put a zombie. It was really funny. The history loss is devastating. Oh my God, I think about stuff like that all the time. And you work in insurance, so you know what I'm saying is accurate. We're insured by companies outside California, like the Lloyds of London. Okay, new goals of how fancy we're going to be. We would like our stuff insured by Lloyds of London. The bitterness towards these celebrities make you mad? Yes. We are all flammable, and they are bringing awareness to the problem and donating things and money and can't buy the things lost in the fire. All of that, yes, except Meghan and Harry. Those two suck. But everybody else, right? Like, it's still somebody's home that they're losing, and it makes me really sad. I just, so, I don't know. It's crazy. It's so crazy. What did they do? Oh my God, they suck. So a while back when the Uvalde school shooting happened, like, she went there with a camera crew and people were trying to defend her and be like, no, she just wanted to go. But like, she went to take pictures. So what they did is they went to the fires before they were like even really anything had really happened. Like, they went and people had to be cleared out, and they brought a camera crew with them and did like a photo shoot to get their like photo ops in, and then left. And everybody's like, what the hell? Like, you didn't even do anything to help. Like, you just showed up to have your pictures taken. It's just gross. They're a disaster tourist. Brett, also hi, Brett. Rachel Stewart, retracting your messages left and right, probably said, I love Meghan. She's the true princess. Yeah, it's really tacky and yucky. It's just yucky. And they don't matter. That's the thing where they're like, my favorite part was when Prince Harry was mad about their fake papped high-speed chase through New York City, where everybody's like, high speed, like driving fast. When that whole thing went down, he got mad and like demanded some of the people who took footage was like, it should be turned over to me. And everybody's like, oh, no, my love. No. First Amendment. We don't give a shit about what you think. Like, we don't care about you. You're not our prince, and we're allowed to do what we want. So have a good day. Yeah, that was funny. Meghan was born and raised in LA though. Yes. in a very affluent home where she had a father who worked in the film industry, and she was able to get an acting career through him. Just saying. I want nepotism. I need some nepotism, you guys. The thing is, nobody seems to care about the memorable items lost. Yes. There, whose art is part of our memories. Yes. It's sad. Like the things, I don't know, the history of it, the buildings that have so much history. They came to your island. Ariel, what island are you on? Also, is it yours? Because I would like to, I don't know, like take it over and have it, steal it a little bit. There's a whole thing about who was paying for security for them. Yes, in Canada. And I think they were like staying in a billionaire's house, which I fully support that. I'm like, yes, mooch off the billionaires, live in their homes. I'm trying to move into a billionaire's home. We all know this. Zuckerberg. Just his doomsday one in New Zealand. I just want that. How nice do you think it is? Like, do you think he stocked his doomsday bunker with like really high-end quality things or like realistic rugged things? Like, do you think there are down blankets in there or like space blankets and wool blankets? You have friends who are artists in Hawaii and the fire in Lahaina and they lost everything. I hate that. William and Kate are respected, yes. Is not having a royal family. Gretchen, I want a royal family. Gretchen, want to be it. Oh, yay. Jacques, right? Jacques O'Brien? Jackie O'Brien. Okay, what are we doing here? Is it Jackie? Is it Jackie? Is Jacques? Melanie, yes. Miss the Queen. I do miss the Queen too. You know what I loved about her funeral? Okay, because I know you guys don't know this about me, but I really like royal history. I don't talk about it. I keep it very private. Ariel, I said I keep it private. It's my tiny private thing that I never say that I never share with people. But when you're looking into like Tudor history and stuff like that, and especially there were so many back-to-back funerals for a brief period of time. And they all talk about different aspects of it, like different people breaking their staffs of office over their heads and tossing it on top of the coffins for the burials and stuff like that. And I was just like really interested in what that looked like. And so with the Queen passing, which is crazy because everybody planning her funeral wasn't alive for the last funeral. Like nobody was really pulling it out of working memory. They weren't like, oh no, last time, remember y'all, we did this. So they had to go off of all of the set historical precedent and stuff. And it's just fascinating to me that for so long, it still happened. So when watching him break his staff, when he unscrewed it, I was like, oh, I really wanted him to snap it. Like I didn't like the unscrewing and then placing gently. Like I wanted him to break it, look sad, and then toss it. I wanted it to be very emotional. But it was really cool watching something that I had read about numerous times over numerous people. It's like really interesting to me. So Cheetos and Mountain Dew for the safe house. Yeah, it's just so crazy to me. I thought that was really interesting. And the O'Briens are taking over. There's too many of you guys. So private, I made you guys take a quiz. Listen, that was vetting to see who got the best part of the cruise ship. Cruise ships, because now we need multiple. I'm right here, Wendelin. You don't have to miss me. I'm right here. It's fine. Your husband has family in England, and you were a bit disturbed that his aunt said King Charles was doing okay. Like as the king, or he's doing fine with his cancer. She was pretty great. Elizabeth was really good. Yeah, banks. Sometimes banks lose. Have you noticed that some of them are going under and being accumulated? Shut up, Idafix. No one likes you. Oh, okay. So speaking of breaking things over your head, trust me, it goes together, I promise. Have you guys seen the cute video of the panda who, like, pandas learn from their parents to break the bamboo and eat it? And one panda was like born in captivity and an orphan, so he had his caretaker had to teach him how. And because bamboo is extremely hard for, we got a phone call from some random. For the panda who, like, when the caregiver was teaching the panda to break it, it was really hard. So he'd be like, "Ugh," and break it. So every time the panda does it, it makes the same face. And it's the cutest clip ever. It's so cute. Yeah, it was a house phone, Cass. Wild, right? Why are pandas still alive? Because they're cute. And we need them to stay alive because they are one of my favorite animals. And then, and one time he broke it, but he forgot to grimace. So he breaks it and he goes afterwards to, like, make up for it. Cass, so my kids are old enough to be left alone in the home, but sketchy enough that I don't trust them to remember where we live accurately. So if we had to call 911, I wanted it to be tethered to a very specific location instead of relying on them to be able to be like, oh yeah, clearly I live here. So house phone. And they're not old enough for cell phones. So we're straddling a very weird line. Yeah, like when little kids grunt as they lift a stuffed animal. It's very cute. Landlines are important, guys. Plus, there are so many people who call me to, like, ask if I want new homeowners insurance or if I'm struggling to pay my mortgage or, like, you know, that they have a really fun and exciting opportunity for me. I'll get rid of my landline when all of my kids have cell phones. Oh, air duct cleaning would work. They removed all of them, Lena? It just goes through our internet. I had a party line growing up, Ariel. Like, I had it in high school. And I had to, when I called long distance, I had to talk to an operator to tell her what number I wanted her to call and what number I was so that they could accurately assign. We had 3 houses on our landline. Thank you, Lori. Yeah, no, the twins are getting them soon because a long time ago, we're like 14. You get cell phones at 14. And, like, it felt so far away. And now we're like, oh, that was a choice. And now we have it. Party lines are for old people, Cass. So it's multiple houses on the same phone line. So when you had to make a call, you had to pick it up and see if any other house was currently on the phone talking. It was wild. My God, Melanie, that's insane. Yeah, those panda videos were so cute. If I ever find it again, like if I'm scrolling and I find it, I'll save it and I'll drop it in Discord so you guys can see it. Did they have them in the UK? I do not know. I feel like yes. I feel like that's how the phones used to work. 16 is the new 14, right? I was the only person I knew besides the other people on my party line that had a party line. And it was so outdated by the time it was going that we actually were never charged long distance because they just couldn't really figure out the billing. And when I go home to my mom, I always still pick up the phone and listen for a dial tone first, even though they haven't had a party line for decades at this point. But it's a habit. It's muscle memory still. Yes, Jamie, the anxiety of having your phone ring. Like, I'm still really anxious. Like, when it rings, we're all like, oh my God. At least the kids stopped. They would immediately start yelling to see if I was home, to see if they needed to answer it. But yeah, so it's... But now we have a family chat and it's so cute. Having a family chat is wild. Like, oh God. And so we're all like, except for my husband, we're all kind of like YouTubers. And so, like, the family chat is just filled with people be like, gonna do my voiceover. And you're like, okay. And so everybody uses my room. They'll be like, Mom, can I go in your closet and do a voiceover real quick? And I'm like, I love that, sweetheart. Go ahead. And like they're gonna be content creators, which is really, really funny to me. And Calvin had a channel And he had 42 subscribers, and he's been working on it for a few years, but it's under mine. It's like the same. I can switch over to his and he could switch over to mine. And I was like, hey, bud, I'm worried that you're going to have an incident that gets you and me demonetized or have our channels removed. So I bought his YouTube channel from him. So I'm already buying out smaller YouTubers. I am becoming powerful. Like, I'm crushing the smaller channel. Like, I just take them by the neck. Crush. Yeah, I want cheesecake. I do not want to declutter and rearrange my closets. Oh my gosh, Jamie, that's really cute. Yeah, boss babying so hard that I'm destroying my child. It's so good. He was making a cooking video last night and it went really poorly for him. And so I offered to let him use my camera next time and my mic so that he could teach everybody how to make boxed mac and cheese. What about Pillow Talk? Doris Day and Rock Hudson were in a movie called Pillow Talk about a party line. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what? Pivot. Oh my God. My nose. Itches. You had an issue with baby monitors too. Oh my God, those are scary. And you're picking up neighbors fighting, some cheating and stuff. You did not need to know that, right? So there was a time when the babies, the twins, were babies. I had Calvin though, so I had just had Calvin, and the twins were upstairs. This is when we lived in Bismarck, and the twins were upstairs in their cribs napping, and I looked at the monitor and their beds were empty. And like we were toggling back and forth, the beds were empty. And so we sprinted upstairs and busted into the room and they were there. It just had glitched and shown as empty beds. And we thought the kids were kidnapped. It was scary. I have trolls. Yay. No, I do have some trolls. Would I recommend growth hormone for kids? It depends. I'm not a doctor, so no. I would never recommend that because I'm not a doctor and I don't know what's happening. Oh, Gretchen, I love that. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh, yeah, Jamie, I would 100% be listening. I wouldn't have been like, oh, I'm so sad that my monitor is picking up my neighbors fighting. I would have popcorn and coffee, and I would have tucked in. I would have put on stretchy pants, and I would have tucked in for all of that. Melanie says it's traumatizing, but she's just not nosy enough. Get nosier. So, you got stuff to put in your car, Mona? Are you going to take and donate? Yes, every kid must get growth hormones to be bigger, taller, stronger. We are making a child army. 100%. I agree. I think otherwise, how are we going to have the most powerful, right? Your husband thought it was funny and not you. Melanie, you seem like such a better person than I am, which is terrible. Listen to police dispatch. I do, like, I need to know what all the codes are as well. That's probably why I like body cam footage so much. Like, I love watching body cam play out. A lot of it because I was like, how did you think that was going to end? Like, why were those your wild decisions and stuff like that? Oh my God, everybody shut up. Hold on, I'm gonna take a sip. Okay, so I was on a social media platform. I'm not sure exactly which one, but it was like, this woman's a star. This is how you should grade rock. If you're ever being asked anything by police, like, this is how it's done. Yes, queen. Oh, you know, like, this is what we're talking about. It was Ruby Frank. It was her when she's sitting there after her kid escaped from her brutal effing torture and like asked the neighbors to send him to jail because he was such a bad, inherently bad person for stealing water. But she like had asked for a lawyer and then just shut down completely. And like, I was going through the comment section where I was like, she's a wretched person. Do not praise her in any way. Like, don't do it. Like, it just, oh, I hope she never gets out. And it's just crazy. Like I wish she would have talked because I'd been like, I just wish everything went so badly for her. And I hope things continue to go terrible for her. And I'm really looking forward to reading her daughter's book. She wrote a book about being a child in a family vlogging situation. And what? Get a frother to mix the cinnamon and the cream and then add coffee. Mary, make your own coffee. I like it because then you drink way too much all of a sudden and it's very crunchy. I do have a frother, but my kids keep using it. Well, I've had several, but the twins use it to mix their breakfast shakes and they submerge the entire thing and it breaks. I probably could buy one for more than $9.99, but I refuse. But yeah, they kept ruining it. I read it in a day and I want to read that so much. Will those children ever be okay though? No, they're broken. Hopefully that they can find some joy, but I don't think you come back from that. Alicia, the book, I think it was In My Mother's House. Maybe? Mona, I'm so sorry to hear about that. What's it called when two people share a delusion? Oh, frick. Yes, Ruby Frank and that other chick had that. And I think they may have had a intimate relationship, but they keep pressing the daughter to say whether or not. And I'm just like, that doesn't matter though. Like that part doesn't matter. Stop pushing. Like the daughter's clearly like, I don't want to do this. Folie à deux. Thank you. I really want to say folie à deux, and I'm American, so I probably should have. Crazy Tunes, that's what it's called. But yeah, the kids. And so I'm looking forward to hers. I really want Ryan from Ryan's World to come out when he turns old enough. And it does matter because they're so anti-gay. That's true. That's an issue. Bye, Sarah. Have a great one, sweetie. Yeah, I don't know. I want to read those. And it's just like when my kids are like, could we do a family channel? I'm like, no, I don't want you guys pulling focus, you idiots. Hey, how's it going, Kimmy?
Mom,
Yeah.
can you help me sign up for the typing lesson?
You know what? You can skip that for now if you want to. You can do something else. Just kidding. Okay, yeah, I might as well do some parenting while I'm here. Ow, my hip. Go ahead and pull it up and I'll sign you in. Oh, my hip. I should have sat like that. It's the Beth show, right? Like, not my kids. I didn't have kids to share the spotlight. I had kids to do chores.
I'm sorry about that.
You're fine, Bubby.
It just keeps on not.
It's not your fault.
It does not let me get in.
Okay, what? Trying really hard not to sing my password out loud like I always do. I hate this. Oh, wrong password. Try again. Don't look at him. Okay, you're logged in, buddy. Type away. 20 minutes of typing, please. 7 hours of typing, please. Gotta get it. Got an effing prodigy. It's the last thing I do.
March 2nd.
All right, family channels are weird to me. No family channel. No, I would not. I do think it's gonna be weird and a little bit tricky to balance my traveling with my no family channel. But I think what I could do is get to like, if I go south first, right? Like if I take the southern route and cross over through like Texas and all that, I'll just leave them in Texas. And then like, you don't have to worry about it anymore, right? I think that's a really solid plan and it'll be fine. Could turn them into avatars. I think there will be enough chaotic nonsense just featuring me that it'll be a little bit okay. I just won't let any of their side plots become any sort of focus. Like one of the girls was talking about like when she was sick, the fact that she was so sick became like the main focal point of that episode. even though she was a child. And I was like, that has to be terrible. Like, I hate throwing up ever. I can't imagine throwing up whilst being filmed and everybody discussing me throwing up. Like, gross. So, bye, Mona. Have a great one, sweetheart. Just force them to be the ones filming behind the camera. They do need to learn that part. Thank you, Silbar. Also, the fact that your name Ariel on Squeakerphone says that is so funny. Brett, they're getting really good at editing. Some of their video clips, I'm like, did you just copy this? Like, did you pull it and you're doing your own voiceover? They're like, no. I'm like, dang, that was really good. Have a theme of that video, use storytelling. My theme endlessly is going to be why? Why? Just different states of why is this doing this? Why is my life like this? Alexis, you'll start a family channel where your kids are just cats and you talk to them like people. That's funny, Alexis. I would watch that too, babe. That is hilarious. I'm stealing that. Everybody delete Alexis everybody block her. And I'm going to delete this at the end. Bye, Janine. Have fun in your garden. Even though it's probably cold. You want your kids to learn to edit for you and do your shipping and your reselling business? I think that would be so good. Jamie, especially like the shipping and all that, like to be able to outsource that to your kids and make them do things. Brilliant. Bye, Amanda Dawn Peckham. Oh, my neighbor wants to go for a walk. Does not look like walking weather to me. Yuck. Like the lawyer cat. I'm not a cat, right? And like never acknowledge that they're not humans. Just like never acknowledge it. I think that would be really good. It's just a homeschooling project, no payment needed, right? I am looking forward to being, okay, when I get huge, when I am like Mr. Beast level, my kids will feature a little bit in my content so that I can pay them and start them with like 401ks. Could you imagine starting your 401k at, 14? That's some compound interest for you. I don't know any of the legality, and I don't plan on doing anything legally anyways. We're just going to offshore everything. I bet you Mr. Beast has offshore accounts. I could just text him and be like, hey, Beastie, how do we do this? Which island specifically do we put our golds in? Your 10-year-old is a whiz on CapCut, right? My kids are like, CapCut is gone. And one of my kids, we simplify stuff too much in my family. It's just too simplistic of answers. I need to start working on nuance for them. And I need to work on like giving different answers. But they were like, why is TikTok going away? I was like, oh, because China's spying on America. Like, that's all I want. And so my daughter put a community post on her YouTube that said, hey guys, I found out China's spying on us through TikTok, and I'm gonna pray they never behave like that again. I was just like, and like she had stick figures, and one was China flag, and one was America, and I was like, Sammy, take that post down. Yeah, kids are just, they're gonna be highly skilled at everything because like they're gonna rule worlds on iPads. So what did Brett do? You used to bribe your nephew into being your vintage reselling photographer? That's funny. I love that though. Have you heard that TikTok can't be downloaded? Yes, I thought that they had paused that though. Oh my God, did you guys hear about like the TikTok last like deathbed confessions and their fallouts? So I'm gonna pretend you didn't because it's my live stream and I have to talk about things. Also, you guys, my laundry's done. TikTok's unbanned for, it's got like a 90-day stay of execution. But if it stays, I'll probably start putting content over there too, because apparently it's super easy to make money on. And I was like, yeah, I'm here for the money. Let's do this. Also, like, I feel like I could branch out to something else. Yes, no, Melanie, just for America, not Canada. And so I guess a bunch of really high level TikTokers, like the 2.5 million followers, like those people. So one girl like used to make really fancy ice restocks, and like it would have flowers and flavors and all of these things, different shapes, and she would make all of this crazy ice. And so, there's an audio clip from Family Guy, and it's Peter going, now that we're all going to die, I have one last confession to make. I didn't like The Godfather. So they were using that audio clip, but they were making their last confessions, and hers was like, I never ate the ice. Another one, she used to use 10 pumps of foundation and like smear it on her face. And like her whole career, she was like, nope, that's how much I use. And her deathbed confession was like, yeah, I wiped some of it off. This really popular mukbanger was like, I didn't eat all the food. One girl was like, I didn't do all the workouts I was posting. And then they came back and every single one of them had to be like, oh, yeah, about that. So it's just like, are people going to still follow them even though they dropped everything I did was a lie? And then now they're like, oh, shh, we didn't die. We're back. Like, I have to walk it back. Crazy. So funny to me, though. Like, could you imagine? I don't know I think my confession would have to be, I'd be like, oh, I staged my house that messy. It's not true. It's just my life. But like, that would feel better for me at least, because then people would be like, oh, Beth, she's not such a shit show. Look at her. She's amazing. Bye, Tracy. Love you. And then there were some that were like obviously a joke. And there was like, I guess I've never seen them before. I don't watch TikTok, so I don't know any of these people. But there was a gay couple who were really popular. And then I guess they broke up at one point, but their confession was like, we were never actually a couple. We're brothers. You're just like, what? Ew. Like it was a joke, but ew. And I don't know, like the guy from Hot Ones, Sean from Hot Ones, where he eats spicy chicken wings and interviews people, he was like, I don't like spicy food. So some of them were pretty funny. But no, don't say that. I need not to be alone. No, Ariel, it's real. It's so much real. It's so funny when people are like, I don't think like, there's no way that's real. And I'm like, I mean, okay, it is. But all right, if it makes you feel better, you can pretend like I'm lying about that. That's fine. I love how unserious we are now because the world's on fire. So what can we do? Like, right? Like none of this is that important, you guys. We're all gonna die, and then everybody's gonna forget we ever existed. It's fine. It's not that high stakes. But yeah, it's high stakes for some of you. Your whole family would call you out if you claimed you're staged in your messy house, right? Like, it's just, also, how exhausting would that be? So what would you have to do? Would you, like, gather your trash and, like, put them in bags, right? And then, like, put them in your garage, and then when you're ready to film, you go get your bags of trash, open them up, and, like, how do you... So you'd have to sort your bags of trash to be like, okay, here's bags of trash that would clearly go in the kitchen. Here's some tissues that we can throw around the living room and like pull stuffing out of lambs. Because you'd have to categorize your trash so that it makes sense. Like, you don't want cans of SpaghettiOs in your living room. That would be crazy. A freeze warning for my location. No, thank you. It's already too cold. Yay, Sean. What are you going to have for lunch, babe? Can we talk about true crime? Of course, Kristen. Who do you want to talk about, sweetheart? Here's the thing. I think it does feel somewhat inauthentic as viewers. We may not understand why, but I think it's clear when things are staged. Oh, I thought you meant for me, Melanie. I was like, oh, okay. Wait, unless you did mean for me. It's not. 26 wind chill in Southwest Florida. Gross. Thank you, Melanie. Idaho 4. Oh my God, I don't want to talk about them. The hardest part, and it's so weird to be focused on that, but one of the guys being a triplet is so hard for me because like the two left over, which I bet you everybody's going to start calling twins, which is gross. But like the remaining triplets, that's crazy. And that's so sad to be sad about him instead of the other ones because like they all were murdered. It's crazy. So crazy. But I am looking forward to watching that trial. I feel like I have a full-time job coming up because there are a lot of trials that I am going to binge watch with Emily D. Baker. And like that will be my whole job is watching that. Like I'm on the jury. The TikTok murders. TikTok murders? What? Which one are those? Ariel wants to talk about the Tudors. Kind of true crime if you're right. It's staged so good you live in it for fun, Cass. Mary always wants to talk about the Tudors because she's hopefully that'll go like back a little step so we can talk about Henry VII. Did you see how stupidly pathetic Mrs. Taylor was in the last court session? I haven't. What happened there? I do love EDB. She's so good. If I could choose any career, I would be Emily D. Baker because she's living my dream, but I do not have a law career and I was never a prosecuting attorney. So I could never live stream trials and do commentary because I'd be like, I don't know why. That seems wild. It's like, that feels like hearsay, but you're saying it's not okay. Like, I would be bad. What part of Georgia do you live in? I live on the coast. So we could go to the beach if you could get past all the snow. Old photography. Moms who put blankets on their heads to hold their children still in photographs. Those are terrifyingly funny. Oh my God. So I got a comment on one of my videos that was like, ew, I see you love people's naked baby photos that are staged cute of other people's babies. And I was like, what? And she's talking about the picture. I was like, those are my babies. Like those, I would never have a staged photo of other people's babies. That seems insane. Those are my kids. But I really liked how offended she was on behalf of my babies. You went to high school in Camden County? I was in Washington County. I would love to see Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively Court needs to be televised. It does, 100%. And also, Justin Baldoni releasing that footage, the raw footage, and listening to her be such a butthole to him. Glorious. And then they're like, ooh, gag order. They're tainting a jury pool. It's like, no, you look shitty and now you're sad. If you could choose any career, you'd be a genealogist and DNA specialist for court cases. That would be fun too. Strangely fascinated with the people who take stage portraits of dead people. So strange. Melanie, so they did that back in the day because it was so expensive that it was like a once in a lifetime opportunity and they wanted to remember their loved one. So like, they're like, oh shit, let's drop some money and do a portrait now. I don't know that the kids were traumatized. I think it was so much more natural to be around your dead. Like I watch a lot of dead content because I do. And my nose doesn't itch. It doesn't itch. Like you used to care for your dead in your home and like you would tend to them in your living room and then eventually bury them. Well, pretty quickly bury them because, and I think that just made things a lot more, I don't know. I think it was easier to let people go because you were interacting with them a little bit more. While I am deeply afraid of corpses, deeply afraid of them, I wonder if there's something a little bit more healing, like keeping care and being able to be like, okay, we can let go now, but keeping care and being more intimate and having that. I just think it was probably so much easier that you weren't so traumatized. Plus, everybody was dying all of the time back then. So it was like common. Your grandfather died when your mom was 7 and he was in the coffin at home. See? Like, I just kind of want to be in a wicker basket with like a towel, like a really thin cheesecloth, and then just roll me into, I want to decompose really fast. Ask a mortician on here. Yes, she's so good. Catherine Doherty. I read her books and she's the reason I have a death plan. And I asked everybody else about their death plans in my family and it made everybody super uncomfortable and they hated it. And I was like, listen, I don't know what you want and you have to tell me. But you're Mortician Argentina, Grace? I love that. See, and viewings in home are pretty usual. I feel like that would, somebody was talking about, and it hurts my heart, but somebody was talking about her son passing, like her young son passing, and she was able to keep him in home, but like kind of off, not exactly right there, like in the living room kind of thing. And she would go and care. And she said it was a lot more easy to be like, okay, this isn't my son anymore. This is just a body, but it's not him. And like it helped move past that process. And I would feel really good about it. Kristen's donating her body to the body farm. And I love that, sweetie. I do want my organs to go to people for sure. And then I want to be decomposed, but it's not in Georgia. So I have to wait. Hopefully they catch up. But I think Washington, you can do composting. I think in Washington, you can compost, and maybe Oregon, and then one state on the East Coast. But the tricky part is like you kind of have to die in that state, because to cross state lines, you need to be embalmed, and I absolutely will not be embalmed. And Mark's like, well, what if like you died on a road trip? And I was like, that's where I stay. Like, okay, thanks, Indiana. I guess I'm here now. Like, just roll me out of the car in Oklahoma. That's fine. Colorado. I think Colorado also does open air cremations. Your twin son died of SIDS at 5 months. You could never have kept him at home. Like, it's so individual too. Like, it really is. It just would be really hard, I think. Like, I don't know. I think culturally we don't like that at all. We want to be very distanced from it. But I would be, I don't know. I haven't done it, so I couldn't say how I would feel. But how I think I would feel is wanting them near me, at least for a period of time. Alabama has natural burials. I'll just try to drive as fast as I can towards Alabama right before I die. Jamie, your dad is the best. Your dad wants me to spread his ashes in environmentally protected areas with the potential for me to be arrested. I told my dad like wouldn't commit to it because I think he thought I was trying to kill him. And so I'm like, I'm going to bury you at sea. Like, that's what I want to do. I just want to bury him at sea. And he seems on board for it, but he won't write it down. So I'm going to lose that fight with my brother. But burial at sea, let's do it. Your grandma passed on hospice at home, comforting to have some peaceful time with her before the funeral home arrived, right? And Catherine Doherty talks about that a lot. She was doing a lot of funeral home retrievals and how it just, you know, how it was a lot more calm because people would be like, okay, now go ahead. And it's probably a lot easier if it's an illness-based passing and not a abrupt passing. Yeah, Karen, I agree. Grandparents of the previous generations had homes with parlors. The parlor was used as the funeral home. I need a parlor. I guess like right here, we don't use this space very much. There's good lighting. Your dad wants to fly his body from North Carolina to be buried in Iowa. You could totally do that. I think you just have to get embalmed. Bye, Alexa. I missed that. Sorry. Right? I'm sitting in my parlor's towards the back. I also want like a really fancy house with all the rooms because I want a drawing room because it used to be the withdrawing room, and it's like the more intimate room where you can clearly snub people and leave them out there where you're like, oh, we're going to go in this room. It's more intimate. So don't follow me. Like, and then you close the door and then they know. I just want everybody to be tiered so that they know where they stand. Bring back MySpace friends where I can rank my friends so everybody can see where they land. Like, I need competition. Easy access out to my creek. Like, it's gonna, I don't have a Mac shirt yet, Cass. Ariel, I also refuse to be embalmed. Gross. More to clean. No, I'm going to have staff. Like, do you understand how much money Mr. Beast has? I'm going to have staff, numerous staff, so many staffs. It's going to be a village. I need a manor and then the village. And if we're getting attacked, then they can come inside the walls and I'll protect them. But other than that, like, come clean my house and bring me my sheep meat. I would like to eat the sheep meat. You always kept Tom as number one. Sean, that's cute. Hola desde Mexico. Hi, Alejandro. How are you, sweetie? You just retired, so different stage of life. You want simple? I do want simple. I want both. Like how, who's that married, let them eat cake? That queen, let them eat cake queen. I'm not even gonna look because you guys are gonna tell me. Her name was Queen Beheaded. Such a famous queen. I hate this. Shh, don't quit telling me, you guys. Marie Antoinette, things scratching. Oops. She had like a play village, like cottage house that she would go play in for a while. Your cousin passed. That was one of the stashed bodies they found at a Colorado crematorium. And it was a little sad and was a shock, and we laughed because she loved things like that and it was fitting for her. That's a crazy story, babe. Oh my God. That is insane. Kirsten Dunst, well, no, but like the queen of it. Marie Antoinette, yeah, she had like a fake village. And then people were like, you guys are spending too much money. She's like, no, I have a fake cottage. And they like play cake or death. So my choice is or death. I do love Eddie Izzard. That stand-up was so funny. Speaking of recurring dreams, I had one of myself in the Victorian era in a yellow gown at the top of a castle staircase. Did you fall down and break your neck, Mary? Did you break your neck a little bit, maybe? Did you ask all of your servants to please leave the house and like throw a big fit about it? And then suddenly you were at the bottom of a second set of stairs? Because I think maybe you were murdered. Yeah, she and all her friends played Vision. Ugh. Sorry, I thought something touched me. It was a vision from a past life, and she was Dudley's wife, whose name was Mary, wasn't it? Elizabeth I. So she had like a super big crush on Dudley, who was in the Tower of London with her during a lot of her childhood because she was like continuously under threat of being executed by Queen Mary, her sister. And Dudley, his dad and brother were executed for treason. So he was already a little bit sketchy where they're like, we're not sure. But they formed a friendship and they may have been lovers. But he was married and can't do that. And then one day, and like they lived very separate because Elizabeth was a very jealous woman and didn't like to have very many wives at court because she wanted to be the woman, the show. And so his wife had to live away from court for a long time. And then one day, like she made all the servants leave to go to a fair. And then they found her at the bottom of stairs with her neck broken, I believe. But like they couldn't really tell if she really did fall down the stairs. It didn't seem like that big of a fall. Why was her bone so fragile? And so they wonder if she was murdered. And then for sure, Elizabeth couldn't marry him because like it kind of looked like somebody killed his wife to free him up. And also nobody liked him. And he was highly disliked at court because he was kind of a jerk. And but he was so heavily favored by Elizabeth. And so like it became this crazy drama. And so she never hooked up with him. But later, Mary, Queen of Scots, when she was imprisoned, just kidding, when she was Queen of Scotland, she was married to the cousin, kind of a cousin of Elizabeth. His name was Stuart, which is why King James I is James Stuart. It's the Stuart dynasty. When they were together, they hated each other, but she was pregnant and they were kind of getting together. And then the house he was staying at exploded and he died. And later she hooked up with somebody, like Mary got together with the guy that they thought was the plot of it, like plotted it. She may have also been kidnapped and raped, but that's different. Because when you're raped, it's your fault. You got to marry the dude. And so like Elizabeth was pissed that Mary wasn't better about disentangling herself because Elizabeth had to do it with Dudley, but Mary didn't quite do it quite right. And so like
What a weird thing to be pissed about where you're like, oh, gross. I would never be kidnapped and raped and have twins who died shortly after. Like, gross. Have better standards. Okay, Melanie. So yeah, anyways, what a weird thing. And like, it sucks because Queen Mary of Scotland was like, this sucks. And everybody's like, ugh, whore. Sucks. Mary's going to hypnotist to see if they can move that image forward or backward. That would be wild, especially if Mary saw that. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Beauty and the Beast. Oh, Beauty and the Beast is historical. Fight me. Rebecca's fake friends. Sorry, I just scroll. Maybe Mary. I am so geeky. I'm so sorry, you guys. Okay. Also, Beauty and the Beast is not overrated. Sean is based on true story. I don't know any of the names. Clicker, you're so late. According to Sunflower doesn't know anything. She's always driving places. So they did have in France, they did have some people who had that gene where they are entirely covered in hair, you know? And they brought one of them back. It was a male, and raised him kind of like a noble and taught him things, but they definitely didn't think he was human, right? They thought he was a beast in human form, not just some guy who had a genetic thing going on. And so he made her, and he was raised, and they had him marry a woman, and then like had little peeping holes the wedding night because they thought he was going to go savage and like rip her to pieces. Like that poor woman where she's just like, oh, yikes, you know, and actually they fell quite in love. And some of their kids had this genetic thing where they were covered in fur and some of them did not. And the ones that were like given away to other royal courts as novelties. Like their kids were taken from them and gifted like, here, you get a freak of nature, you get a freak of nature. Let's have really good, you know, diplomatic situation between us. So I will gift you this freak of nature. And this poor couple who like really loved each other were just like, awesome. I guess we just don't have our kids anymore. Like it was so heartbreaking. Hey, Sunflower, you weren't driving, you were just eating lunch. Wolferism or something, like it's such a bummer and so sad. And I think, I don't know. I was going to say, I think it's a recessive gene, which clearly it can't be because you would have to mate two people or like she would have had to have it and clearly she didn't. So I don't know, but it's like sad. And the guy was like super smart and like kind and compassionate. It was just like, yeah, thanks for letting me be a part of this. And they were put in sideshows. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. But we don't have anyone like that right now, right? She could have had it recessive, but like forever ago recessive. I don't know. But then like they also did that with people from Africa. They're like, look at my black guy. Like, look, he's here in court, just hanging out with us. And oh my God, how often like they'd bring people over and then everybody just died because nobody had been exposed to that before. Like Pocahontas. They're like, come to Europe. She's like, cool, I'll survive 2.5 weeks. Like, it's horrible. And we just continuously did that all the time. We're like, look what I found. Oh, it died. They didn't know what that was. Like, just constant. Except for that one tribe that nobody's allowed to go to anymore. Like they're going to survive without us because they keep killing us every time we go over there. Yeah. What a super pleasant thing to talk about. All that marrying a first cousin, like just nonstop marrying each other's. Motaka was only 14. I don't know who that was. Who was that? Oh my God, is it like Pocahontas' kid? There's a girl who has it and she's absolutely gorgeous. Dang, I want to see that. I want to see her. I love ruining these stories for my kids when they learn stuff in the school and you're like, here's the whole story, kids. Right? It's like such a bummer when you really look into it. You're like, oh, like Pocahontas used to entertain people by doing cartwheels naked. That's not a fun tidbit. Like, gross. Did you ever say if Mac was gonna come? When Mac? We have no idea, Deb. Because the timing is a little bit tricky, and I refuse to do it anytime after like March. Even though he's like, it gets humid where I am. I was like, no, you'll die. Like, people die here. It's too hot. You will die. Sean says he could beat me on any Tudor trivia. That is a bold assertion, Sean. I love that, though. How would we do that? How does Sean have a YouTube channel? Sean, how do we do joint live streams? And also, we have to have a neutral, like, host to quiz us. Now my dryer's done. He's like, probably. How dare you, Sean? Pocahontas' real name was Matoka. She was 14 and stolen. But she wasn't 14 when she went to England and died. Like, she was like, she had a child, right? Feral Trivial Night. That would be so much fun. You'd recommend your co-host, but she'd be on my side, as it should be in any good marriage. Thanks, Clicker. Wait, I want to know how old she was. Okay. Hi, Leroy. And Pocahontas' son. So she had a son. She was 14 when she was taken. Oh, yeah, that totally makes sense. Of course they did. Yeah, this one glosses it over. It looks like she lives happily ever after when we all know she dies very quickly. Wow, what a swipe. It says, as for Pocahontas, when she bowed before the king and saw the skinny legs that could when she bowed before the king and saw the skinny legs that could hardly carry the fat body of the King of England, she thought of her stately father. Wow, this is a swipe. Jesus. It doesn't say that she died, but she does. Spoilers, Pocahontas is absolutely dead. Google says 20. That makes sense. She was trying to come home. Like, it was a very brief visit. Got pulled out of school as a kid and had to do cultural heritage education when we thought I was Native American. Whoa, my God, that's crazy. They dressed you up as Sacagawea, and you had to do a speech to the whole school. I will really enjoy that story if you are not at all from the tribe that Sacagawea was from, which is was that from the Mandan tribe? Because that would be hilarious. If they were like, I don't know, she's an Indian, let's do this. Like, they're all the same, it's fine. Put a feather on her head. Like, I love that when they're just like, cultural, it's cultural. They're all the same, it's fine. Just like the Asians, it's fine, they're all the same. Like, oh, she was talking about Henry VIII, that's amazing. Okay, I'm gonna go, and it's not because I have to go to the bathroom, but there are other reasons. I am going to end here. You were literally Swedish. Jamie, that story is so good. They were like, she just got really tan. I don't know. I love it. Jamie's tan. Let's make her learn about Indians. And like, we'll just call her Sacagawea. I have never peed before because I'm a lady. So I'm gonna go powder my nose. And I love you guys so much. Thanks for hanging out with me today. It really lightened me up and chippered me up. And I am going to fold laundry, which is just batshit crazy. I know it's crazy. I don't know what's happening to me, but like I kind of clean as I go. All right. Love you.